Welcome to the Mindy Jo News Show, where I share news that you can absolutely use. Let's get right to it. Well, you guys, it seems like it's been forever. That's right. Well, so much is going on, especially here in Washington. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to it. Well, we do take threats seriously here, especially here in Washington, D.C. And recently, Howard University experienced some threats. That's right. So we wanted to go to the campus just to see how do the students feel and if they feel safe, and see if the university is taking the necessary procedures to ensure their safety. So let's take a look and see how the students at Howard feel.
My name is Clifton Kinney. I'm a Ferguson protester and a freshman at Howard University. I think what's happening across the country is that you see many students organizing in response to the racial violence that is happening across campuses in this country. Here at Howard University, students had organized yesterday in response to the racial threat that was made against students here with the hashtags "This is our house" and "HU Strong." Students showed the rest of the world that they will not be intimidated by any racial violence. They will not be scared off of their campus. They will stand here and they will stand strong.
I'm Milan Brown. I'm a chemical engineering freshman at Howard. And in regards to education, I think that once you have the drive for education, nobody can really stifle that educational desire. Because even though the threats are really real and very apparent, it doesn't make me not want to be here. It doesn't make me not want to learn and keep learning and keep going to classes. I might be scared for my physical, but for my educational benefit, I still am really invested in going to class and doing well. So I don't think that the threats can take away their desire to be educational, but it does strike a chord, and it does kind of make me feel a little uneasy, and I'm constantly looking around, making sure that everything's okay. And I'm taking it really seriously, and I think the administration is doing the best that they could. But I wish there was more communication between the students and the administration, just so people could feel more at rest. So yeah.
Well, my name is Paul Holson. I'm a journalism major here at Howard, and pertaining to your question, I think that the administration is doing the best that they can with now being aware that they're working with the FBI. We know that or as much as they told us, the investigation is still ongoing. So I think there is a reason why they are not telling us everything yet, because it could hinder the investigation. But I think that with them at least being aware, due to social media, due to students and people, supporters of Howard and those around us, just being aware on social media, which is another gift of I guess, media, or making sure that we know. I think there might be some confliction with how the administration is taking it as far as the seriousness, because it is, according to that threat, whether it is real or not, it's still some type of threat towards lives on this campus. But I know that, amongst us as students, and during these times of fear, we sort of try to make sure that we bring strength to each other, not only in a physical sense, but also a mental, emotional, and in some cases spiritual. So I think, not only holding solidarity, and we know that there's other schools around us and other students, and the community is supporting us and making sure that we're okay, but also we hope that, the administration and the law enforcement here also make sure that it takes serious. Because at the end of the day, it's not only based on those, us as people of color, black or any other people here, but it's also just being humans, and just when you're having someone threaten your livelihood or your life, or put your life in imminent danger, I think it should be taken very seriously. So that's just my opinion.
Hi, my name is Elsa Leiku. I'm a Howard University student, junior, and what we organized today was a Black Healing Circle. Oftentimes we see a lot of topics in the news that covers a lot of Black killings, and there are all these uprisings that are going on, and we kind of not only want to stand in solidarity with the uprisings, but we also want to focus on what Black healing means to us. We know what it means to be Black in America, but oftentimes we don't really sit down and actually reflect on a week's events that have happened, or just sit down and actually take into consideration that there are just a lot of things that are going on in America, and we need to not only process that but give ourselves time to heal from a lot of the events. So there is a Black Healing Circle that occurs at Howard University. We meet at the flagpole. It runs on a bi-weekly basis, but that might be due to change. So since I am the organizer of it, I guess if you would like more information about it, just please follow me on Twitter at naturallyelsa, and you can get more information there.
I'm Jay Fanier, HU19, freshman history major, and I guess all I have to say is that, as Black people, we've always been in danger. Our lives have always been threatened ever since we've gotten to this country. So being here in this situation is just another way for us to be resilient, because throughout our history, we've always been resilient, we've always been strong, we've always risen up. So, and this is why I'm actually here right now, is a Black healing space for other students who are dealing with this. So it's just another way for us to show solidarity with each other, show that we are strong, show that we will always fight back and be resilient to that. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
With regards to the recent threats on campus, I feel like my university has taken the necessary reasons and precaution, but it speaks to the times that we live in, where students are no longer, HBCUs is not, HBCUs as well as PWIs are still experiencing the same racial issues with today's times in America. It speaks to the Mike Browns, the all the other people who have been killed, and it speaks to, is education truly safe for African American students in today's times?
And let me not forget to tell you guys, I had such a great experience spending some time with an organization, Dope Fest. Don't oppress people ever. So they actually did a marvelous contribution to our veterans here in DC. So on Veterans Day, and they sent a message loud and clear.
The Marine Corps veteran, their birthday was yesterday. So we want to make sure we acknowledge our Marines, some of the hardest fighting veterans. We have nothing but the utmost respect for veterans, which is why one of the reasons why we carry on this movement and we fight so hard. In 21 states, they found that 22 veterans kill themselves a day. If you were to easily go ahead and try to account for the rest of the 50, I'm pretty sure you'd find that easily it's over 60, and other research facilities have found that number as well. That's over 20,000 veterans committing suicide a year. People that's going back and fight for us, and they don't see a reason for living their lives. These medicines have made them zombies. These medicines with suicidal and depressive side effects. It's taking away their ability to lead and live a normal life. It's taking away their families. It's taking away their fun and joy and things that they really like to do. And it's not right. A simple medicine can easily fix everything. One of the oldest forms of medicine. So first up, coming to speak, we have Rico Valderrama. He is a veteran from the Marine Corps.
With the pharmacy.
Also known as Phone Homie.
Yeah.
He is
Playing with the candy and
definitely
making
helped
tons
me
of
show
money.
me different things.
While we've got our guys at home struggling.
Thank you for my birthday. It's very cool.
Basically dying.
Very cool.
You see all of these in the
So yeah, we're gonna have Rico Valderrama speak to you.
Not only that, voting. That's right. Voting has definitely been a hot topic. Are you tired of Donald Trump already? I know I am. Well, recently the Washington Post put out an article to say that teenagers the age of 16 and 17 aren't quite ready to vote. Well, guess what, Washington Post? I think you might want to find out, is DC Board of Elections prepared to carry out their mission and their outreach efforts to ensure that youth are educated properly to vote? Well, recently, I'll say last month, when Justice or Else March was here in Washington, D.C., D.C. Board of Elections, they didn't feel that that was something that they wanted to be a part of. However, the council member, Allen, he did state, and I quote, that he does want a very robust educational outreach effort. So maybe D.C. Board of Elections might get that memo, and they might want to ensure that they are able to reach out to every resident here, regardless if they're attending the Justice or Else March. It really doesn't matter. So just make certain that we hit everywhere, because youth are everywhere all over the city, and I'm certain that they were there at that Justice or Else march. But anyway, let's keep it on moving. Well, if you want to consider break dancing, hey, that'll be fine, but twerking, no. Don't do it, especially here in DC. That is a crime. Especially if you're not Miley Cyrus, don't do it. And if you do consider twerking, make certain that you are at least 3 feet away from the person. And also, make certain that you don't have any prior twerking citations. Let's just say that. Boy. Twerk, Molly, twerk. Who would have ever known, Molly? We didn't know it would get this far. Well, in some more news, I will say in health news and wellness news, this bottle of water right here, this is just not your average bottle of water. This is actually Total Fit alkaline water, and it can be purchased at Evolve Restaurant, and it's conveniently located at Tacoma Station, right there on Cedar Place. And I tell you, once you start drinking this water, you can say goodbye to Deer Park and goodbye to Fiji and all of that. I mean, this is here to stay, and it's reasonable, $2. Right now it's $2, so stock up, because I guarantee you at least by January it's going to be probably $4. So don't forget, Mindy Jo told you to get it right now. Well, before I go, today's weather, what can I say? I don't know. I mean, right now it's a cool, crisp breeze here in DC. So let's just inhale the beautiful air and exhale any negativity. If you haven't been fully desensitized and you still know what it means to love, let's just spread a little love. Well, that's all the news I have that you can absolutely use for today, Friday the 13th. My, kind of spooky, isn't it? Well, that's all the news I have that you can absolutely use. Peace.
It's the Mindy Jo News Show. It's the Mindy Jo News Show. It's the Mindy Jo News Show.
Welcome to the Mindy Jo News Show, where I share news that you can absolutely use.